It was a 2024 whiskey goal to explore more Scotch this year. Typically, I'm always more of an American whiskey, bourbon, rye type of guy, but I have been real interested to get to know the category of Scotch further. It is really hard to get into, and luckily, some whiskey friends have hooked me up with some interesting samples to go over. So we'll continue to get to explore these together throughout the year. Longrow Red 15 year is today's sample. I have not tried this before. I have not tried anything from Longrow before, so this will be the first tasting. This one is a Pinot Noir cask. So interested to hear if you have tried this, what you think about it in the comments, and what you think of my reaction to it. So thank you for joining me today, whiskey friends. Let's kick off the show. Do a little bit of the sample here. So Longrow is one of those labels that I have seen at the party source here in Northern Kentucky on occasion. It always catches my eye, just the way that that thing is designed. I've always liked the look of it. So I am excited to get into the sample. This is the 15 year though. So I'm really getting up there for my first experience on the age. And it was finished in Pinot Noir casks. I believe this one spent time in bourbon casks as well. And if I didn't say off the top, it's a 51.4% ABV. So essentially 102, 103 proof. Well, cheers, everybody. Let's go through the nose. Then we'll go through the palate, and I'll give my impressions of this particular whiskey. Man, I don't know if it's my setting since I'm outdoors today, but this thing is earthy. I mean, there's lots of fruits going on, but it almost gives me the impression of not necessarily like fresh cut grass, but when the grass was just recently mowed, and there's even like a the smoke is almost like the smoke from a lawnmower mixed in with that grass that's all accumulated within that lawnmower. I know that probably doesn't sound appetizing, but it's kind of a really refreshing smell when you think about just the smell of cut grass and the process of cut grass. Yeah, then the rest of it's the fruit. I don't know if I would have known that this is Pinot Noir cask. When I say it's the fruit, it's not necessarily wine forward. It is just a lot of berries, and they're exploding everywhere. Yeah, but that earthiness is probably the main note there. There's a bit of vanilla, but my main takeaway from this one is going to be the earthiness and the berries. The other thing that I think is interesting about this particular one, I feel the age of it. And I've had quite a few scotches now. I've had quite a few that are a bit older than 15 years, but I don't know. This comes across as one of the oldest, densest ones that I can remember. There's just some heft to that oak. Man, the smokiness on that thing's probably addicting. All right, let's go into the taste. Cheers, everybody. Mm-hmm. Okay. Tell you what, that translated through pretty darn well. Up front, that age has a heft to it, man. I mean, it's a heavy, dark oak. It's almost heavy, physically speaking, on the tongue, which was an interesting sensation. That came across first. Those berries did explode, as expected. And then there was lots of vanilla, maybe even drifting into like a custard or a flan. Now, the smokiness and the earthiness, man, does that start showing up mid-palate into the finish. That is like overwhelmingly what I have now. I mean, it's even I mean, I'm going back to the taste of freshly cut grass and the lawnmower thing. Like, once again, I don't know if I'm being influenced by my settings here. I swear it's there. That is crazy. All right. I'm going to go for another sip. Yeah. Custard, berries, earthiness, smoke explosion. This is an interesting peat on this one. This one hits me in so many different and unique ways. I need to commit this one to memory. I wonder if this is a characteristic of Longrow. I need to try some more. But this smoke and peat are, I don't know, maybe it's combined with that earthy quality. It doesn't have the sweetness of things that I've had from, other peated whiskeys. I don't know. This one's really perplexing me. I'm going to need someone to explain this one to me a bit. Oh, got a lot of the wine influence on that particular pour. That really took over actually on the finish. Getting a whole lot of that kind of dry wine. More sweetness is coming through with that smoke. That one was more balanced. That sip was more balanced than the other ones. I wonder if I'm acclimating to it. Actually, barely got any of the smoke on that one. It was all berries, vanilla, custard. But man, no, that earthiness is there again. Whew, just came back again. Oh, that smoke is coming back again too. This one's interesting. I've never had anything quite like this. I need to explore more from this particular line, but now I am interested in trying more Longrow, if I'm saying that right. Longrow. Okay. So, again, in this journey, jumping into Scotch, man, I mean, the flavors are there. The custard, those berries explode. It is still, though, that main event is this addicting, earthy smokiness. And Scotches always tend to take me to a memory or to a place rather than to a specific full dessert or array of desserts like the bourbon. And this one just reminds me of that sensation that you would get smelling yourself, that feeling of satisfaction after you just, mow your grass and you're kind of covered in grass and cut grass and earth and gasoline even. I wonder if that's that. That's a weird thought. Scotch is so weird. Why would I say something like gasoline and then immediately want to take another sip of it to experience that more? But it's good. There's this addictive quality to Scotch that I guess I've just got to understand more as I get into it. But this is definitely a brand I'm interested in. So let me know what you think in the comments. If you've tried this Longrow Red 15-year, what did you think of it? I would be interested in owning a bottle of this. I think it ranges somewhere around $100 from what I could see. Maybe it goes a bit more, but I was trying to sleuth it a little bit online before I jumped on here. But you see a whole array of prices when you do that. So let me know in the comments what you think of this one. Give me some more tips on it and maybe even some tips of what to try next, considering that I really do like this one. I'm going to enjoy this rest of the sample while enjoying this great weather. Thanks for joining today, whiskey friends. I'll catch you on the next one. Goodbye, everybody.
Jeff, just be friends with me. But you have these whiskey friends, and you say hello again. Oh, Jeffrey, you should just be friends with me. But you have these whiskey friends, and you say hello